Okay. Hi all. Right. Welcome you all to this session on the support programs for right from Alma Mater. Now, as we all know, Alma Mater is a company which was launched in 2004, and it has been influencing a lot of people over the period of time. To be close enough, it's more than 600,000 people whom we have influenced so far. Now, I welcome again all the institutes who are here today, all the parents who are here, and also the students who are here today. Feel free to ask any kind of questions that you have, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. My name is Kishore Shankar Narayan, and I have been associated with Alma Mater right from the day one when it was launched in 2004. Now, as you on the screen, as you see, these are our social media links where you can reach us, whether it be if you're in Facebook, we have a company page for it. That's Alma Mater India. If you're, and also, there is one other page, which is Alma Mater Sparks, which we are going to talk about shortly. We have Instagram page where you can reach us, you can tell us like what you want. Same way, if you're a professional, working professionals are also here today. I again welcome you here. So for LinkedIn, you can connect us there. And our YouTube channels has a series of videos, and playlist which you can go through for your better understanding of all the programs, the webinars that we are conducting. So, and as far as the application is concerned, we have an Android application, which is Amsparks. You just need to go on Google Play Store and search for Amsparks, and it should give us our. So this is the logo that you will be finding all the places, and you will be able to find us. As far as the websites are concerned, a couple of websites. One is amsparks.com. The other one is almamater.co.in. Now, for both this websites, it will have all the details, how to contact us, whatever is your need. Based on your need, you can just submit us the details or inquire about things, and we shall get back to you on that. So starting quickly, let's understand what are these support programs are for and how it works. So, one quick question, everybody does a career selection? Yes, no? As an individual?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am confused all the time. I don't know what I want to.
Correct. So yeah, a career selection, it's not only with you, but it's like the companies are not able to give the right guidance. The institutes are not able to get people to the right career. Same way, individuals, all the more. Now, we received one response like, okay, every time you are confused. But question is, who actually does for an individual as a student? Let's say as an institute, you have students. As a parent, you have a kid, As a student, you are yourself. Who actually does the career selection?
Parents.
Parents, okay. Anybody else?
Be your teachers.
Teachers, right?
And
so correct. So the person who is supposed to have a career does not do that. It's either the family, the peers who are there, or let's say if one student is going to do MBA, the other student feels like, okay, because he's doing MBA, I should also do it. Same way, if your neighbor says that, oh, this is a wonderful career, right? You go for it. And that's exactly. So I'm sure like in your institutes, right? And in your, right, in your household, right? And in your personal life, this is what is happening. And in India and across the globe, not only in India, this is one of the main reasons, right? The main reasons of selecting a career. Now, what happens is in India specifically, the career selection actually starts from the age of 14 and the grade 8 standard. It starts from there. Before that also, right, the parents and others have already decided that what you need to do at the end of your career or at the end of your academic career. But what happens is this is the place, right, the pressure starts, right, getting on people, and they are able to set things, they are able to work around. Now, what happens? From here, you start spending your time and money. So as institute, like you start talking to parents, you start talking to, right, individuals, you start talking to everybody who can, right, get things done. So you start investing your time. As an individual, you start investing your time thinking about or deciding, talking what you need to do. And then like you start spending money. In India, one advantage here till this time is according to the Right to Education Act, right? Everybody till the age of 14, right, needs to be educated, and they are supposed to be free. So government is providing free education, obviously like for private schools and colleges and institutes, right? Their parents pay money, but then there are offers which are free also till this age. And this is the place, right, people start spending their money, as we see. What do you think, like for a career, right, for higher education, how much money a parent, right, every parent has certain, every family has certain kind of income. How much money do you think they're going to spend on the future of a particular child? Any idea? Anybody?
10 to 15 lakh, maybe.
Maybe 10 to 15 lakh, right? So what happens is, like, according to statistics, the expenditure goes anywhere between, right, 8 lakhs to some of the parents start spending on the child after this year up to, right, maybe around 1.5 crore rupees. Right, that's a huge amount because as it goes higher and higher, all different courses, all different career selection, right, changes shape. The most important factor here is, right, 25% of the household expenses, right? So if let's consider a family is earning, right, let's say 1 lakh rupees, 100,000 rupees a year, out of that, 25,000 is spent on, right, the child's education from here, right? You think this is the right figure, or at least close to the right figure? Yes, no?
I think it must be more than 25.
Yes, sir.
It must be more than 25. So let's consider this as the average amount that is spent. So we have a figure of 12 to 15 lakhs. We have a figure of 25% of or more as the expenses that is coming on education. Now, what happens is this money gets spent for higher education or specialization. Now, this specialization either is for a domestic career, right, or an international career. Now, here also, if you see, right, the career is not decided according to what you want to do or how you want to do as an individual. What an institute wants, it's not decided on that. What a parent wants, it's not. So here, the actual specialization gets decided because of two things. One is what is your budget. An individual's career is selected depending on what is the budget of the family, right? And as income, what is the person who is getting educated is going to get after the specialization. For example, if the student wants to be a doctor, right? He does not want to be a doctor just because he is really good with certain things or he want. It's because like somewhere down here, the parents, peer pressure, everything, right? There has been a career selection made on being a doctor, and they calculate that after once the person spends 5 years or 7 years of his life learning about being a doctor, right, the person is going to earn X amount of money. So based on that, there is an investment made and there is a budget done. And by this time, what happens? How many years is spent? Anybody?
Around 5 to 7, maybe more.
5, 7 more. So if somebody wants to do their
Like
PhD,
after their eighth, it will be to like, yeah, more than 7 years
more than 7 years, right?
after their
After
eighth.
8th, correct? So from 8th, when you started, right, you spent 7 years. And after 7 years, let's say everything is perfect on the plate. What happens? You land in your dream job or you start your dream business, and then fast money starts to flow, correct? Yes, you have everything flowing. You have already become in that 7 years. The career is decided. The money is starting to flow. And let's say at 14, when you start, by 21, let's say 7 years, right? You have already got into your dream job and the money has started to flow in. Correct? Yes, no?
Okay.
Does it happen? Not okay.
It doesn't happen like that. For most of the kids, it's very few fortunate people, like 3%.
3%, right? Let's very few people fortunately get into. So this is like the rosy picture that, so after spending 25% of your income or more, right? After spending 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs or more, right? You still have after spending minimum of 7 years or more, right? You still haven't landed in your dream job or your dream business, or you still haven't started earning your fast money flow, which is eventually why you select a career. So let's do some reality check. Now, because here the selection has not been done properly by the person who is supposed to select the career after spending so much of time, after spending so much of money. The person who has worked all the life, I mean till now, all the 7 years, 10 years they have spent, they have not done wholeheartedly, or they have not put their actual smart effort that they need to put, right? The workforce that gets created. Now, India, we know that is the youngest population in the world, and we have a very strong workforce. But the major issue as a company, right? All those companies who are present with me here will agree, right? The quality of the workforce is dropping drastically. And this issue is not there for recently. It has been there forever, for the last 20, 25 years, or maybe more, right? The issue has been that initially all the quality of the workforce which comes out is of pretty low quality. With that, one of the main reason is the person who is selecting the career himself is not involved with the total efforts that is required. Now, what happens is because there are few things like because the cost of education is so high, right? People start dropping out of the schools, colleges. As the education starts getting higher, right, the rate of the dropouts starts to rise. So in fact, like people who are graduates are far less than who have completed their 10th standard or 12th standard. Same way, right, the postgraduates, right, are even less than those people who have completed their 8th standard or 10th standard. So this dropout which happens, it again impacts the quality of the workforce. The same way, right, the institutes who have all these setups for this higher education as their main source of income, they don't have enough students to take care of. And the students who become teachers at the end of the year, they are either because the employment is not great, or as they join as a teacher because what happens is there are no other practical jobs that are available, or there is no business that they want to achieve. So when even the teachers, right, as a teacher, you will agree that like your peers, or like the way all your efforts you have been, right, somewhere down the line, right, after you start becoming a teacher, you start investing in yourself and start, right, interrogating yourself, working on yourself strongly, and then you start developing. But before that, all this, and companies, they, right, when they employ such workforce, what happens? They have to invest 1 year to 2 years on to the workforce, right, without getting any kind of results. So all this takes them to a huge amount of investment towards the individual. So all the years that the parents have spent, all the money that the parents have spent, all the efforts that the individual has spent is going on to a fruitless case, right? And if you see, even after here joining a company, right, are individuals sure about their career? What do you think?
Some of them.
Some of them, yes, because they have, right, got. And as right pointed out earlier, right? Because they are landing in their dream job or their business, they are sure of their career. But that percentage is, again, pretty low. The good part is the new education system, which is going right to be launched. It's in the process. There are some schools, colleges who have started implementing the new education policy from the government, and people, right, as individual, right, at the age of 14 itself, right, individuals can start, right, going towards their career. For example, now a lot of people or individuals, students do their internship when they reach here towards the company, right? And they select the career that time. But these internships are going to be allowed from the age of 14 itself, depending on what kind of specialization they want. That's one good thing. And the implementation of that, again, needs to be seen over a period of time. Now, because, right, considering 97% of the people are not really happy, whether be it the companies, be it the institutes, be it the individual, there is a lot of dejection and rejections. So when people go for interviews, right, that is the time they know that, like, whatever they have done all the years, right, does not hold the real key. And everybody starts to compromise, whether it is the institute, whether it is the companies, whether it is the individual, they all start to compromise and go on with their life. Now, the overall investment that has gone, it's further going up. So it does not stop at the 12 to 15 lakhs that earlier we got, but it still keeps on increasing, where the companies investing on the internship, the companies investing on the training, the companies investing on the internship fees, all the investment still goes on that individual. But then still the employability factor of the companies are, right, really bad. I mean, every individual is not getting employable. One of the main reasons. So these are all, we know that, okay, as far as the reality check is concerned, these are all the problems, what we face and what are the issues. Now, if we start seeing the problems, right, we will still end up in the problems. So the point is, we start to look for the solution. Now, after years of research, right, that Alma Mater has come through with, while dealing with companies, while dealing with institutes, while dealing with individuals, they came to a conclusion that there is the need for the raise in the knowledge and skill. So right from the beginning, we need to focus on raising the knowledge and skill of every individual, right, from the point of view of their career, their goal, their dream jobs, rather than, right, going by what is the budget that decides the career, what is the revenue that decides a career, or what is the family saying, what are the friends doing, what are the relatives saying, or what are the, right, other teachers or anybody suggesting you to do it. So from here, if you start raising the knowledge and skill, right, all these expenses that we have come through, all this investment that we have come through can be reduced drastically, and it can be saving a lot of time as well. And we would be able to create a stronger workforce. We would be able to have more enrollments for the institutes, because like if you have a stronger workforce who are placed, right, you will be having a lot of students enrolling into your institutes. So a win-win situation for all. Now this particular thing has been taken as an initiative by Alma Mater. Now, as the background of Alma Mater started, as I told earlier, in the year 2004. And we have worked over the period of years, we have worked in training people, we have worked in recruitment and placing them. We have a knowledge process outsourcing section where we create backend workspace for companies, and we create them for the support that is needed for the future development. So we have worked all these years towards this, and we are proud enough to say that on the human capital optimization front for individuals or institutes, be it the companies, be it the right schools, colleges, right, we have reached, and we have actually impacted over 600,000 people as per the current statistics that we have. And this is a decent number to start with, but considering the population of 1.4 billion people and more than 1 billion workforce, 600,000 does not seem to be a great number. It's a pretty small number, but yes, we are on the way of getting things done. And for that, like, we have launched this program called as Amsparks. That's Alma Mater's support program aimed at raising knowledge and skill. So here is the problem statement, what we are trying to address, right? We are trying to address the knowledge and skill issue, which every institute has, every company has, every individual has. They need upgrade. So we come in the picture in this particular place, and we are going towards a hybrid learning and development ecosystem. So this time it's going to be online training, at the same time offline training, where it can be in front in classrooms, where students can directly interact with the teachers and know. So a combination of online and offline training, that's what we are going to work on, and we are already started working on. Now we want to influence the life of students, we want to influence the life of teachers, working professionals, institutes, and corporates. We have been doing it already, but this time it's going to be more of into a hybrid fashion. So we will be using a lot of technology, and we will be also using the specialization of every individual to go take them to the next level. So as the first part, what we are doing, we have something called as a artificial intelligence based psychometric test for selecting the right career. Now this psychometric test, as our first program for the support system, is scientifically designed career based aptitude test. Now what happens in this test is, it has been designed according to the aptitude analysis. It's designed based on the personality type, a career interest, which areas, like every individual has certain career interest areas. Every individual has their own personality types, They have their own aptitude, they have their own study habits, they have their relationship adjustments status, they have their multiple intelligence, their brain works in, everybody has different sections of the brain working for them in a different way, What kind of improvements that are needed, Considering all this, there is an artificial intelligence based psychometric test which has been designed. Now, this has been designed for all different age groups, right? Because we have seen, right, earlier, this starts from the 8th standard and it does not even end when you're a working professional. Your career selection still is a question mark. So what we have done is, right, this psychometric test takes care of people or students who are in the 8th and the 9th standard. Now here with this test, what is going to happen with the 8th standard and 9th standard students is, we are going to considering their natural potential, their study habits, their learning habits, right? What are the examination techniques that they need to work on, right? Their memorization skills, right? How they associate themselves with the parents, their other students or the teachers, right? What is their concentration power? Based on all this, this system is going to, right, send a report. How? Is like you will be attempting this test, right? And this test will be, right, giving you a result. And this result will eventually give out, based on all this, what you need to do for your career selection. So we are starting right from the beginning. The next test is for when you reach, let's say, if you have not yet decided where you're in 8th and 9th, but you have reached 10th standard, we will consider all the aspects plus the actual career interest that is going to take care from here. Like 10th standard, we start knowing that, okay, there is the board exam or there are the other exams that needs to be there. And we need to select on the stream that we need to work on. This test will take you through that. A little more advanced will be for the 11th and the 12th standard students. Now, apart from including all the natural from the natural potential to the selection of the right stream, this will also consider their natural personalities. Now, let's say you have already spent from 8th standard to 12th standard, you have not done this test. It's still fine because we have, right, this test for graduates as well. Now, once you have graduated or you are about to graduate, right, and you take this test, right, this will also give you the consideration report of the suitable job profile that you want to have. It will give you, right, what are the kind of different entrance exams that you need to take, what are the different soft skills that you need to work on, what are the job interview preparations that you need to work on. All this is going to be taken care by this particular test. Now, let's say you have done your graduation and then like you still haven't got anything done. You have not got through this test and you're still confused about your career selection, right? We have something for the working professionals. Now, for the working professionals, if you see what happens is, it's more like, let's say at the age of 25 or 30 or whatever age that you want to, right, change your career or you have not yet decided your career, right? We have this midlife career changes that is taken into consideration with this test. And there is a SWOT analysis, right? It will talk about the strength that you have. It talks about the weakness that you have, the different opportunities that can be taken and the threats that are involved. It also focuses on various kind of personality types, right? It does not only focus on your natural personality, but also on other personalities that are possible within. Because by this time, right, your brain has fully developed, and at the same time, it also has reached a stage where you have your own perceived sense of different personalities. This test is going to take into consideration, right, all this. Now, we are going to cover this test for everybody, right? And it's already available. You just need to go to our website and go to the careers section, and this will be there. Now, the big question is, what do you think if you take this test and decide on your career, right? If it's going to give you what is the right career for you, how much time and money will you save? As an individual or as a student, I mean, as an institute, right?
I think 70 to 50% whatever the parents are thinking they are going to spend on the child.
So let's consider they are going to spend 10 lakh rupees, right? Taking this test, right? They are going to save at least 5 lakh rupees out of that, because, right, over a period of time, the number of years that is going to spend. So if somebody has to save 5 lakh rupees and 5 years of their time, how much money they do you think they need to invest? So let's say if you're making a fixed deposit or a secured investment where you are supposed to get 5 lakh rupees after 5 years, how much money should be invested? Anybody good in mathematics?
2.5.
2.5 lakhs, right? Now, the good part is we are not going to charge you 2.5 lakh rupees for this particular test to be done, right? And saving you all the time, money, for whether it be for the institutes, whether it be for the companies or individuals. All we are going to do is, right, this test for any sections, be it 8th standard or the working professionals, it's just going to cost, right, around 499 rupees to give you the result of one schedule. So this particular test, you can, all you have to do is go to our website, and from the website, if you go on to the career selection section, so the main website, the amsparks.com, you go to the career guidance section, it will lead you to this page, and this page will give you all the information, be whether you're 8th standard, 9th standard, whether you're in 10th standard. As I told, all the 5 sections are available, right? It gives all the details. You all, and before even starting the test, all I would request you is view the sample report. So it will give you a clear-cut picture that what kind of report that is going to come and what exactly, right, you are in for. So this particular section, right, it also gives you a demo on how to take the test. It gives you the details, what you need to do during the test. So if you follow this instructions, as it is mentioned, you're going to save, right, all that 2.5 lakh that you are supposed to spend, right, or maybe it's like 5 lakhs which you are going to save, right? It's going to be there. So here it's just for 499 and you can start working on it. And as an institute, as a company, right, there are some times like we also offer this for, right, free. So, right, just like let us know what you want to do, because the idea is not about right, just doing this for money part of it. The idea is like changing the quality of the workforce. So we want to be involved in the career of every individual, right from the 8th standard till right wherever they are in their career, wherever they want to make the change. So don't consider the money part of it. Money should be the last priority when it comes to all this. But and then the first priority is like, are you ready to put down that efforts and right improve the quality of the workforce? Because this initiative is for that. So we believe that money should not be the thing that should be stopping or right deciding the career of somebody. It should be the person's right real talent, real interest, and the person who is happy to do certain things should be able to do that. As an institute, as an individual, do you think this career-based psychometric tests, right, which analyzes all this angle from, right, analyzes from all this angle, is going to be useful?
Sir, I know my kid. Like I have seen it for like
Mm,
13 years, 14 years. So
mm,
I know what their weak points and why they need a test like that.
mm.
We want that what they are going to become, and we want it's to be in a they should come in a family profession. So why should we take this test?
So even if the person is going to come as the family profession, let's consider that you want their family profession. But at the end of 5 years or 7 years, when the person right is into the family profession, which is the dream job or dream business, all right, if the person as a individual is not doing it wholeheartedly, right, what happens to the business?
They will I know my kid will do it, sir. No matter what, they are good enough.
They are good enough. We are not saying that they are good enough, but the thing is, why they should take this test is not the question. The question is whether are you ready to risk, right, so many years and then decide a change in career for your child, or right in upfront, are you ready to decide, or just go by right testing that, okay, is it really that my child wants to be doing this and be happy about things? If the child is doing things without being happy, right, your business might flourish. It's not that it will not flourish. But then if the child is not happy about doing some things and is doing forcefully, do you think that child will be right a great asset to you?
Our child is it's always asset.
Correct. But then the child is always an asset. It's not that. But then the question is, will that be the right asset, or it will be just right? It will be a forced asset that needs to be.
So
Nothing.
how we can say we are forcing this to our kids, sir? It is always a traditional. Everybody, it's their father are doing it, their forefather are doing it. So why don't they? It's in their blood.
Correct. They need to do that. But then just to be, it's like if the child is having fever, right? We have right all the right traditional methods to treat the fever. But just to be right, the doctor, when you go to the doctor, just to be sure that whether his diagnosis is good, correct or not, what he does?
Sir, they take a test.
Correct. So this is not for it's
Sir, but
not that like, okay, this is the career they are going to select or something like that. It's just for, as a parent, you think about it's not that like, okay, you need to take this test. I mean, all these years, right, there are millions of people who have not taken this test and still decided their right career and their career
Yes,
path is correct.
yes,
It's not compulsory to take this test, but this is just like one more test which will help the child to be sure that, okay, the child is right, happy about doing certain things. The whole idea is that.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody for this tests, anybody has any questions so far?
So, sometimes what happen when you go in the market, there are people who just, they are adamant on the thing that at our times it was not there and we turn out to be fine.
Correct.
Like you said, you don't have to take it. They keep coming up with the question that, they had a business and their child, they are doing it for such a long time. Their forefathers are doing it and they are still running in the company.
Yeah,
And
the percentage of such team is pretty less. So yeah, but then we need to focus on overall, and we can do that. And there would be a lot of questions at the end of this presentation. Also, I will
okay,
be helping and addressing. So once, so
okay.
this is the first product that Alma Mater has, and coming to the next product, we have something called as a 4-dimension workshop. Now, this 4-dimension workshop is to create your own future. As an individual, right, you want to land in your dream job. You want to do the fast money. You want to do business. You want to grow, keep constantly growing. But the thing is, like, your future has been depending on, right, a lot of people, right? You're not able to do that. So that's one reason, considering institutes, considering companies, considering individuals, what we have done is we have got 50 plus behavioral trainings, which we will be going through the individual for within the span of the year. So within that year, every institute can select the different training programs that they want from this 50 plus behavioral trainings. Plus, they can always go through, right, all different sections, like the behavioral training they feel. They might have done their own research as an institute that, okay, these are the areas that we need to work on our students, right? They can select from this list. And a customized training program can be worked on. The whole idea of this workshop is to create an individual who would be able to communicate better, who would be able to make the presentations of their whatever their thought process is, how teamwork is essential, how the personality develops over a period of time, and how we can develop their personality from the current state to a higher state, how they can set their goals, their time management skills, right? Or how they map their setups, right? How creative thinking works, how to solve any problem that comes across. Considering all this angle, this 4D workshop has been, right, designed. And this is like over a period of 1 year, all these training programs will be provided on, right? We can decide the time, right? There can be, let's say, every 2 weeks, 2-hour session, or every 3 weeks, there can be a 4-hour session, depending on the availability of the students. There can be, right, batches created, and these training programs can be conducted for, right, a calendar, yearly calendar is prepared for those batch of students, and they are trained on each aspect of these behavioral trainings. And if you see, this is not only for students, this is for teachers, this is for the institutes, and this is an end-to-end program. That means right from the beginning of their career, right, of a student, we take care of the student till the time they get placed or and beyond. You know, that even if when they are in the job, right? The idea is like our company over a period of time has specialized in recruitment, has specialized in training, both the aspects. So in whether in the learning and development space, right, the entire ecosystem of learning and development, we have been able to achieve certain processes because our experience with individuals has given us this thought process of how to do it. So we can take an individual, right, start developing them right from the front end till, right, they reach their dream goal. You know, so all this is taken. Now, within this, right, workshop, which is considering for behavioral trainings, we also assist institutes on their different setups. But before that, one quick question would be, right, as an institute or as an individual, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to upscale yourself or, right, being stagnant? Anybody? As an individual, would you like to grow or stay at the same level?
Everybody wants to grow, sir. Everybody.
Grow.
Everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to upscale. And this workshop is exactly for that, right? Your continuous growth and upscaling is what is, and upgrading yourself is what is going to, this program is going to focus on. And on the second aspect, and on the supporting aspect of this, we have, right, a support system which we will extend it to improve their academics. So students who are not able to work on and develop their academics also will be able to improve. And subject wise, right, what we are going to do is we are going to help students to have live and recorded classes for all the academic subjects. So whether somebody is doing their mathematics, they are weak in mathematics and they want to do it, they are in science, they are weak, they are weak in biology, or they are weak in any subject that they are, right, they just need to tell us and we will help them get the right teacher to train them individually, or we will put them to the right section and they will be taken care of again. Now this will be, right, every individual, as I told, we will teach them live. There will be recorded sessions, be it into the IT section or non-IT. All the kind of skill trainings will be provided, including their academics, right? And getting the right teaching staff. So a lot of institutes are facing lack of teaching staff. There, our recruitment and placement team can help not only place the students who are getting trained, but also can get teachers, right, teachers to be working for them and taking the institute to the next level. Same way, the companies will get a greater workforce, right, where they don't have to invest a lot of time and money in developing. So we will have all this support system. Again, as I told, right, it will be for student, teachers, institutes, everybody will be taken care end to end. Right. Now the question again is, for improvement in academics, is it necessary? If everybody just develops their skills, basic skills, but they are not in good in academics, will it be okay? Yes, anybody? Do you think improvement in the academics is also necessary?
If associated with their skill, then it is necessary. Otherwise, skill can also give them a better option.
Okay, skill can also give them a better option. Yeah, but yes, because a lot of people will be getting into this. So that's one reason. A lot of people also focus on getting their academics correct. So what we are going to do is we are going to balance both the aspects, whether it is academics, whether it is
Academics help them to think critically. So academics, that's why important. Critical thinking is important.
correct. So we will be doing that. And if you see within our site, if you go to the section, right, where now this will be the site. If you go down, there is a 4-dimension workshop. If you click on this, it will lead you to the 4D workshop section, right? Whether you are individual institutes or parent, you can always have the selection done. You can combine your psychometric test with the 4D workshops or separately do it. It's all up to you. Now this workshop will be for 60 hours. It's not mandatory to be 60 hours, but then it's like what we have noticed is 60 hours is a good time frame over a period of the year, which they can work on. Now, all this right sections, these are all the list of behavioral trainings. What you have to do as an institute is just fill in this form. And this is for teaching staff, non-teaching staff, students, everybody, right? And this 4-day workshops, you are allowed to select what you want. So you select all the trainings that you feel that your students need or your company needs, right? This is for everybody. You can select these and we can customize the entire workshop for you and provide you the details. And same way, right, as on the academic front, right, you select a skill set that you want to be trained on, right? And if those trainings are not available with us here, you just need to message us or let us know. And you are wanting to learn something new, we will ensure that those trainings are available for you and we are able to customize it and get things done. So this is one aspect. And the cost, again, right, we know that we are going to save a lot of years, and this is one of the reason even the CBSE board has made it mandatory for all the teachers to have these training programs. And these training programs, if you are going to combine it with your students and the teaching staff and the non-teaching staff, we can train them all in different setups, different batches, and different levels of their training required. Once that is done, you will be able to have a better workforce ready. And because we are going to save a lot of time, we are not going to charge you according to that. Per individual, we'll just this workshop works around anywhere between 1,500 to 2,500, right? That's 2,500 rupees. That's all for the entire workshop, right? We can also customize it further if you want to dig deeper into all this, right? There will be a customized setup. So all you need to do is first select it. As I told earlier, monetary will be coming at a later stage, but before that, we need to know that what are your interest levels and how you want to set this thing up. we will be able to work on all these aspects here as well. So this is the second setup that we have to get you to the great career selection. The next one is called as a Disha Career Seed. This is a pretty simple and straightforward training program. This is a neuro-linguistic programming based training program and workshop. This is for parents, teachers, and students, right? During this 4 hours, right? This 4 hours is usually done in a month's time, right? 1 hour a week, but it can go beyond that also if you need be. This is to enhance your mind, right? You will be able to map your learning. You will be able to score better. You will be able to have a better lifestyle. You will be able to understand your setups or your learning capability properly within this workshop. You will be able to develop on your own after this workshop, right? And it's going to end all your worries for the career, because this program, this 4 hour workshop is going to take care of, right, you doing much better into your academics, doing much better with your career selections, you're doing much better with your any kind of processes that you want to land up, because this has been, right, created considering over, right, 200,000 students and individuals, right? We have, this has been implemented on more than 200,000 people, this program, and then this has been customized and designed. So we will be able to do that setup, and the whole idea is to increase the top performers and scrapping those people who are non-performers. That means, like, if you're not able to perform today, right, it will be a part of your history, because after this workshop you will become the top performers. So even if you have students in your schools who are right into a batch, like who are not scoring at all, who are not concentrating on their studies at all, who are not working on themselves, who are not showing results for your institutes. On the other hand, they are, right, actually spoiling your brand image, right? This workshop will give you the answer, and it will change from the from non-performers to the performers. And this will concentrate on sowing the right seed at the right time, right? Now the question is, sowing the right seed worth? Is it worth sowing the right seed into the brain?
Yes.
So shall
Yes.
you show,
Yes.
so shall you reap.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely, if I put in the seed for apple, I'm not going to get banana. Correct? So we need to know the land. We need to know, right, for sowing the right seed within the brain, we need to know the brain. So this workshop actually gives you that setup. And if you go to the section where, right, we have, right, something called as Disha Career Seed. On the career seed section of the site, it will give us, just let us know, we will design and we will get this set up, or we will structure the timings when all these programs can be conducted within your school, colleges, online, offline. These are all different people, different setups where we have already implemented these training programs, right? These workshops, and these workshops have shown results. That's the whole idea. And over a period of time, if you see, that there are so many people who have improved with this 4 hours of workshop, right? If this investing this 4 hours can save you, right, 4 years or 40 years of your life, it's worth doing it. So that's the reason we have got this enhanced program. So this is the third program, and the fourth setup that we have is about boot camps. Now, to introduce the boot camps, we were thinking like, what are the different boot camps that we need to get for people, right? Boot camps usually goes like by, right, actually drilling the right skill set into the individual. Companies do that for their staff. They do a lot of drilling before they send them across for a project. So these boot camps actually result in great productivity. Now, to start with, we have started with the data science boot camp. Now, why we selected data science? Now, in the last 2 years during the pandemic, when the research was done, and because oil seems to be out of, popularity, and the new oil for the current age seems to be data. Everybody is collecting data, everybody is working on the data, and it has become the most desired career. So what we decided to, right, launch a boot camp for data science itself. And when it becomes desired, it's all together, right? Why it is desired? One of the main reason is, one, it gives you a dream job kind of situation where you are excited every day. There is something new that is being thrown at you, and you're constantly working with the brain. Same way, right, it's giving you a lot of money as a career. So somebody who is selecting a data science as the career, right, they will be able to earn, if you just need Google it, they are earning more than 5 to 8 lakh rupees per annum as the base. I'm talking about the minimum, right? I'm not even talking about the average salary. Average salary changes from country to country, and country is no longer a barrier now, because this bootcamp, data scientists are working from India for, right, US, for Australia, for everywhere in the world. They are working from India. So you have an international career, right, staying at home, and at the same time, right, you have the salary international base. So we are talking about salary in the range of, let's say, $70,000, $80,000, right, for this career, right? So when talk about $70,000, it's, right, close to 50 lakh rupees, right? Maybe more than that. So 50 lakh rupees is the salary that you are looking for. So this boot camp is going to take you there. And this boot camp is for 26 weeks. So because it is going to pay you high, we expect that the effort has to be even higher during this 26 weeks. So we will train you, we will drill you, we will ask you to do projects, we will ask you to do presentations, we will ask you to create video logs. We will train you for each section of this, right, at part by part, and then like you will be able to, and this is going to be a practical hands-on training and learning session, right? There will be mentorship on all the technical aspects of it. There will be a career coaching session after you complete your, right, entire 26 weeks. right? Once you have graduated from this boot camp, you will be able to do the career coaching part, and we will support you. We will get you placed. We will tell you exactly what you need to do, and if you follow the instruction, we can place you right away. That's immediate. So that is one of the most important thing here. And same way, right? Again, we have not kept money as the most important thing, but then money is also important because it gives seriousness here. So your investment is, if you're going to earn 50 lakh rupees, we at least should be expecting 10% of it, correct? Yes. 50 lakh rupees as returns annually. So yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Anybody in? So it's difficult to believe that like people earn so much. All you need to do is Google. Right now, this particular work boot camp has a unique combination of neuro-linguistic programming of your brain, of human intelligence, and natural language processing, which is of the machine learning aspect. And this program will take you through, right, and get you the right kind of job if you're interested in getting into data science. And similar boot camps we are going to introduce for all different setups, which will consider individuals to grow, which will consider individuals to have different setups and create the whole environment of having a proper learning and development setup. So the question is, right, how many of you, right, would you like to get into the most desired career? Is it really important? Why the world is getting into the most desired career?
Money is important.
Yes, money is important for everybody. Yes, so we need to do that. And if you go to our site, if you just, all you need to do is go to the section where, or you need to go to your IT section, all right, select one of the programs, and one of the programs will also be your data science, right? It will give you details. All you need to do is register. Once you are logged in, it will start. It will put you into a batch. And from there, like your entire program starts learning. So, right. This program is proposing an ample of training program on, because it's the most desired data, right, machine learning program, data science based. So we will also touch base on human intelligence. And this all will be done during the 26 weeks. That is 6 months we are going to invest into you. Now you can invest this amount fully and get 50 lakh rupees as your package possibly once you end the course. Or like there are other options also where you invest partly and partly you do internships with us. We will take care of you throughout. So if you're ready to put down the efforts, we will take you to the most desired career. But like for that purpose, like we need to, there are some prerequisites for these boot camps. Just go through them and we will be able to decide whether you are meant to have this data science boot camp or not. It's not, definitely not everybody can just go for like, because it is giving you so much money. You need to have certain skill sets to take you towards that. Agreed?
Copy that.
Yes. So these are the few products that we have, and as told earlier, right, these are all the links where you can approach us, and we will be able to help you in all different angles and setups of your career selections, right from the age of 14. There are students who are below the age of 14 also who get enrolled in various programs and start their career. We do support them, but then the most preferred and the best age to get into career selection is 14, because that is the time like you have some kind of responsibility seeping into yourself as a personality, and from there you can decide on your career. So thank you for listening to us today. And if you have any further questions, we will take it from here.